So today's video is to revise ir plus a plus infinitive as a structure, and this is used to talk about the future, and it translates in English as going to. Now for the ir plus a plus infinitive, as mentioned, it talks about going to in English. So it's not will. Okay, this specifically talks about going to. I am going to do my homework. I am going to study. I am going to eat. I am going to live. And we can use this structure to talk about plans for the future or what will be going to happen in the future. So if we're talking about the future, you need to know some of your time markers. Mañana, tomorrow. El próximo mes or el mes que viene, both translate as next month. La próxima semana or la semana que viene, both translate as next week. El lunes que viene, next Monday. El año que viene, next year. And mañana por la tarde is tomorrow afternoon. And by extension, mañana por la noche, tomorrow night. Mañana por la mañana, tomorrow in the morning. Now, there are, as shown here, there are two ways to say next. Okay, so el próximo mes or el mes que viene. I would strongly suggest going with que viene. La semana que viene. El lunes que viene, el año que viene. The reason being that if you choose to go with próximo, it changes. El próximo mes, because mes is masculine. La próxima semana, because semana is feminine. So I would strongly suggest that if you are talking about next week, next month, next Monday, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, you go with que viene. But you do need to be able to recognize el próximo and la próxima. So how do we structure it? Well, we know that it's ir plus a plus the infinitive. Okay, so starting off with ir, we have voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. And for that we have our little sheep song to help us, which is voy, vas, va, va, vamos, vais, van. Voy, vas, va, va, vamos, vais, van. Singing it to the tune of ba, ba, black sheep. Okay, and then we have a, and then infinitive. Some of the more common infinitives that we would know are infinitives like comer, which is to eat. Beber, which is to drink. Bailar, which is to dance. Escribir, which is to write. Estudiar, which is to study. And trabajar, which is to work. Now the infinitive is simply the name of the verb. It's the name of the verb. It's what you have before you do anything to the verb. So in English, to eat, to do, to drink, to dance, those are the infinitives. And in Spanish, they translate as comer, beber, bailar, and you know that your infinitives end always in er, ar, or ir, because those are your main verb groups. Those are your three main verb groups. So let's revise slightly. So match each of the infinitives on the left with the infinitives in English on the right. So pause the video, write out your 10 verbs and match them up. The first one, ir de compras, is to go shopping. Ir de paseo, to go for a walk. Ver is to see. Hablar is to speak or to talk. Trabajar, to work. Cocinar, to cook, and cocina, kitchen. Limpiar, to clean. Pasar la aspiradora is to hoover. Leer is to read. And jugar is to play. Complete the chart. So take a few moments now to copy out this chart and then do your best to conjugate bailar and then to conjugate escribir. So you are writing out, I'm going to dance, voy a bailar. You are going to dance, she is going to dance, etc. So pause the video and take a few minutes to do that. So you are going to dance, Voy, vas. Vas a bailar. Voy, vas, va. A bailar is he or she is going to dance. Vamos. Voy, vas, va, vamos a bailar. Vais a bailar is ye are going to dance. And van a bailar is they are going to dance. So you'll see that as you're looking down through it, the only part that changes is this. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. The infinitive of the verb never actually changes, which is why you never actually have irregulars with this. The next one then, escribir, to write. So I am going to write is going to be, a ver, voy a escribir. Vas a escribir, you are going to write. Va a escribir, he or she is going to write. Vamos a escribir, we are going to write. Vais, you plural or ye, are going to write. Escribir. And van a escribir. So this is how I construct it. And again, as we saw for bailar, the only thing that changes in each of these is this verb here. This is the verb that we're using to change the meaning. We're changing the subject, the person, using voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. So the actual verb that gives us the meaning, which is bailar or escribir, that doesn't actually change. So that explains why you need to know ir plus a plus the infinitive. So the next one, complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb ir. Ir is what changes depending on who is doing the action. So ir is what we need to know how to change. So that first one is going to be voy. Voy a viajar a España en avión. Okay. Nosotros vamos a ir al cine mañana. Tú vas a jugar. Yo voy a visitar mi tío el próximo mes. Nosotros, again, vamos a viajar al aeropuerto en taxi. Carla y Imelda va a comer. So, Carla y Imelda, are they? Okay, Carla y Imelda, are they? And that is going to be van a comer pizza mañana por la noche. El perro va a ir al parque. And then tú vas a viajar a Francia. Okay, so we have our verb here. Voy a viajar, I am going to travel. Vamos a ir, we are going to go. Vas a jugar, you are going to play. Voy a visitar, I am going to visit. Vamos a viajar, we are going to visit. No, vamos a viajar, we are going to travel. Apologies. Van a comer, they are going to eat. Va a ir, he or she, in this case it's a dog, so he is going to go. And vas a viajar, you are going to travel. It's a question, so are you going to travel? Okay, so as we can see, it is the ir part of this structure that changes and that tells us who is doing the action. The next one then, take a few minutes and have a look through this reading comprehension and find 4 examples of the structure ir plus a plus the infinitive. So pause the video, find 4 examples of ir plus a plus infinitive. So he starts off and he says, Soy Matías y tengo muchos planes para el fin de semana que viene. El sábado voy a levantarme a las 10. Después voy a desayunar con mi familia y luego vamos a hacer las tareas domésticas entre todos. Por la tarde, si hace buen tiempo, voy a ir a playa con mis hermanos. El sábado por la noche vamos a ir al cine. El domingo por la mañana voy a hacer los deberes. Por la tarde, mi familia y yo vamos a ir al campo para dar un paseo. El domingo por la noche voy a acostarme muy temprano. So he's saying, I am Matthias. I have a lot of plans for next weekend. On Saturday, I am going to get up at 10. Afterwards, I am going to have breakfast with my family, and then we are going to do the chores between all of us, entre todos, between all of us. In the afternoon, if the weather is good, voy a ir, I am going to go to the beach with my siblings. El sábado por la noche, Saturday night, vamos a ir, we're going to go to the cinema. Sunday morning, I am going to do the homework. In the afternoon or the evening, my family and I are going to go, vamos a ir, to the countryside para dar un paseo, to go for a walk. El domingo por la noche, voy a acostarme muy temprano. So Sunday night, I am going to go to bed very early. Okay, so he's telling us all of the plans, all of the things he is going to do. And again, remember, ir plus a plus infinitive, that structure is going to. Okay. Translate into English. To take a few minutes to pause the video and translate these 4 sentences into English. So, empezamos. So, esta tarde voy a cenar. So, we're just going to look at the verbs first because that makes it slightly easier. So, cenar is to have dinner or to dine. Ir is to go. Ver is to see. Estudiar is to study. Okay, so number 1. Esta tarde, this evening. Who is doing the action? Voy. So I. Voy a. I am going to. What am I going to do? Voy a cenar. I'm going to dine in an restaurante argentino, Argentinian restaurant. Con mi hermana, with my sister. Número 2. Vamos a ir a la playa si hace buen tiempo. So who's doing the action? Vamos, so that's we. We are going to, what are we going to do? Vamos a ir, we are going to go to the beach. Si hace buen tiempo, if the weather is good. If the weather is good. Número 3. Vas a ver. So vas a. Now it is a question. So it's are you going to? What's the verb? The verb is see. Are you going to see una película, a movie, a film? El jueves por la tarde. On Thursday. Mixing up Spanish and English. Tarde. Thursday. Por la tarde. La tarde. Thursday evening or afternoon. It's a question, so leave my question mark. Número 4. No va a estudiar. So it could be he, could be she. Let's go with he. He is not, because there's a no there, he is not going to. What's he not going to do? He's not going to study. Los verbos irregulares. Irregular verbs. On Saturday, el sábado, por la noche, Saturday night. Ahí está. Okay. Seguimos. Tenemos 4 más. We have 4 more. So pause the video and give it a shot. So again, we're going to check the verbs first. So ir is to go. Acostarme is to go to bed. Mi hermana va a tocar. Now tocar means to touch, except when it's with a musical instrument, in which case it is to play a musical instrument. Specifically, musical instruments. Jugar or practicar would be playing sports. Tocar is playing a musical instrument, and levantarte is to get up. So we have our irregular verbs making an appearance here. So number 5, mañana, tomorrow. Who is doing the action? Van is they. So I know straight who is they are going to do something. What's the verb? They're going to go, and it's ir de compras, which is to go shopping. Al centro comercial, they're going to go shopping at the shopping center. Okay, número 6. boy. So it's I. So I am going to, what am I going to do? To go to bed. I am going to go to bed temprano, early. Esta noche is tonight. And I'm giving an explanation. Porque is because. Estoy muy cansado. I'm very tired. Seguimos, número 7. Mi hermana, so my sister. My sister, and I know in English, that's my sister, is going to, what's she going to do? Is going to play the violin en su dormitorio, in her bedroom. Más tarde, later, which I can't spell, later. Número 8. Vas a levantarte. So vas is you, so it would be you are, but it's a question, so it's are you going to? Are you going to what? Are you going to get up? Tarde, late. Mañana por la mañana. Tomorrow. Mañana por la mañana, in the morning. So tomorrow morning. Are you going to get up late tomorrow morning? Ahí está. So again, to recap, ir plus a plus the infinitive is the structure, and you can use it to talk about the future with going to in English. Going to. So, voy a bailar, I am going to dance. Vas a estar, you are going to be. Vamos a poner, we are going to put. Van a cantar, they are going to sing. So you can mix and match the people with the verbs. The infinitives never change. Okay? So long as you know your present tense of ir, and you know that it is I, you, he or she, we, ye, very Irish, and they. And it never changes in that order. So you have your present tense of the verb ir plus a plus the infinitive to talk about the future with going to. Buena suerte, chicos.